And we're back with our final segment of the Robin Williams special here on Today's Talk 930 KWOC and 93.3 on your FM dial. We've had a great hour of Robin Williams movie reviews and memories, and now we're saving the best for last. We've got Jamie Hickson. Jamie, how are you today?
I'm doing well.
Jamie, I've asked all the Screen Team members who've been on the show, what is your earliest memory or some of your fondest memories of Robin Williams? Tell us yours, man.
I actually remember Mork and Mindy. You know, there's a lot of people that don't these days, you know.
That's right.
And I don't know if that should make me feel older or or privileged, you know, because that was a really cool show. And I remember watching it as a kid and just some of the crazy stuff. I'm just young enough, you know, that I missed the initial introduction of him on the Happy Days as Mork. Saw it in reruns, of course, you know, years later, right? And then connected the dots, and then, you know, this is before the internet told you everything under the sun that you didn't even want to know. But yeah, it's kind of neat that they took a character that was so odd for such a what I considered a straight-laced show. You know,
of course,
Happy Days, you know, was kind of like a good old comedy or whatever. And then they twisted it and put him in his own situation, you know, and then he got to go out of space and stuff like that. So I even still have a pair of these rainbow Mork suspenders.
Suspenders, yeah.
Yeah. My friend Richard gave me those years ago. So
it's kind of amazing to see how you know, you don't really see actors like that who kind of portray that kind of character or that kind of style be able to range in so many different styles.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Robin Williams has been able to do, you know, comedy and serious drama and play kind of straight lace, and it was really, really, truly amazing how well versed he was, and you can definitely see it with this next film we're going to review, The Fisher King.
Yes.
Kind of give us the breakdown of what this movie's about.
Well,
it's kind of hard, isn't it?
It is kind of hard. It's a little different than most movies you would go see at the theater anyway. Mm-hmm. One of the coolest things about it is it was directed by Terry Gilliam,
the guy with Monty Python.
Monty Python, yeah, and he did Brazil, and I think he did Time Bandits, and you know, he did a lot of really unique movies, and he even did a movie. He started to do a movie with Johnny Depp that was about Don Quixote.
Oh yeah.
That had so many technical problems they never finished the movie. So they did a documentary about the movie. Yeah. That has probably done just as well or gotten as much critical acclaim as that movie would have if it were finished.
Right.
But he's a very interesting director because he makes choices that are a little odd sometimes, and to say the least. But I don't know. This movie is kind of a in my mind it's simply a story about redemption. Mm-hmm. But it's a very convoluted way that the main character gets to that redemption,
right?
Because he thinks that he's helped, you know, Robin Williams' character, and then he didn't, and you know, but he feels better about himself, and then he finds out, no way, I'm still just a jerk, or you know,
right?
And you know, so it's kind of an interesting character study too, yeah, because there's some of the stuff in there that's like, oh well, yeah, those are typical jerk features that you see on any character that's, you know, that way in a movie. But then they kind of twist it a little here and there and push it in different directions. So
you've got Jeff Bridges in this film, and he's kind of like a Howard Stern kind of guy. He's a shock jock,
yeah,
and he does something that causes something that's very familiar now in these, you know, kind of days. A guy goes on a rampage and kills a bunch of people, and one of those people was Robin Williams' wife, and he goes and has depression, and you know, is having a hard time dealing with it, so he becomes homeless, and then the two meet, and that's kind of where the story kind of picks up, and you know, talking about redemption and stuff like that. What you think about the overall acting performances of Robin Williams in this film?
It's very impressive because he kind of goes into places that you're familiar with him acting kind of bizarre and out there. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't go too far over the top, because I mean, you hear stories all the time of people that are, you know, mentally insane, mm-hmm. and they end up as homeless people or whatever, and you can kind of sympathize with them even though they really need lots of help, but you don't know how to give it to them sometimes, you know. If they're quote unquote crazy and on the street, and then you try to help them. Sometimes it doesn't always work out, because you hear of different stories of them kind of, losing it and hurting somebody or hurting themselves and things like that. And so that's kind of how you first get the impression of Robin Williams' character, that he's a little too far on the edge as a mentally unstable person. And then Jeff Bridges' character tries to help him, and then you see him start to normalize, in certain ways.
Right.
But then he has the hallucinations and things like that, and like the past always comes back somehow. So it's like this cycle, that goes back and forth, where you think, oh, everything's gonna be cool, and then he freaks out again, and the whole thing with the hospital and all that. So
right, there's a lot of
give away too much about the movie.
right. There's a lot of seriousness in this film, but there's also a lot of fun stuff. I mean, we get to see Robin Williams naked. I mean, that's always good. That's always fun.
And thank goodness he's hairier than me, so I don't feel so bad about being naked.
Robin Williams got go ahead.
I love the scene in the train station.
Oh yeah,
where they first show the girl that he's been following and that he's admiring and stuff, and just that whole thing, the way they choreographed that was really, really cool. So.
Yeah, I heard they had to, I think, close down Grand Central Station, like I think in the overnight hours or something like that.
Yeah.
So they were able to, to do that and not mess anybody's schedule up or anything like that. Robin Williams was nominated for Best Actor, I believe, for this film.
Cool.
He did not get the award, but Mercedes Ruehl did win Best Supporting Actor for her role in this film. So,
cool.
Definitely a good film, and something that I think that if you're a Robin Williams fan, you should definitely check out.
Yeah. I think it's for people that like him kind of either way, I think.
Oh, yeah.
You get to see a bit of both. You get to see him be a little goofy and a lot serious. So.
Yeah. Well, Jamie, dude, I appreciate you being on the Robin Williams show.
Glad to do it.
I definitely want you coming back here in a couple weeks.
Okay.
Because Gone Girl is going to be coming out.
Yes.
And you were one of the stars of Gone Girl.
I wouldn't say star.
But I definitely want you to come back for a review of that movie, because it's going to be exciting to see.
Are you going to do the thing where you're going to have 2 or 3 of us that are locals that were in the movie?
Yeah, yes,
cool.
definitely, man. So it'll be coming up in a couple weeks. But Jamie, appreciate you, and appreciate all the screen teamers coming on the Robin Williams show. We'll be back next week. Get this, we're going to have a special WWE wrestling show with Kyle and Stacy.
Right.
We'll be doing Ready to Rumble, The Wrestler, and a documentary called Beyond the Mat.
Yeah.
That's coming your way next Saturday at 6 p.m. For the entire Screen Team and myself, Chris, we are the Screen Team on Today's Talk, 930 KW.